Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from somewhere in this world. We're back to continue our playthrough of Total War Attila, featuring Medieval Kingdoms and the 1212 AD mod. And we are in the process of refocusing our attention on North Africa and then the Iberian Peninsula. We're at a point where we're ready to start out this episode with the next turn, so we're just going to go ahead and jump into the next turn, and we'll see you on the other side.
In our people's name, I ask, with all due deference to your dignity, that our legions be allowed to cross your lands.
No, we are not going to allow it. I think what's happening is we have so many basic offers over here. They have nothing else to ask for but military access, but we're not. We have drawn the line in the sand, and we will not proceed.
We are a proud people, and would be proud to count you among our friends.
And while I don't think there's a chance you'll probably be attacked right where given your location, we're not going into any defensive alliances to drag us into wars that we do not want. All right, and we have made it to the other side, and this is telling us we need to be at war with the Hafsid Sultanate. If we want Catholic Christian support, public order up to +10 bonus from all presence of Catholic Christianity, all provinces. We'll see. Hafsid Sultanate. Let's go take a look down here. Well, that's exactly not something I really want to do. Just because I want to drive towards the Iberian Peninsula. So this is one of those times we pleased the Pope with our crusade. That needs to be enough for the time being. So we are not going to turn our attention to the south. We are going to accomplish and stay focused on our own individual goal here. Let's look at what else has happened. Population surplus in the lowlands. The Crown of Aragon has gone to war with the Norwegian pretenders. I didn't know Norway had any pretenders left out there. I thought they were all but gone. And we have built some food buildings here. The noble domain hurts our income a little bit with tax rate, but it helps food. Cattle herd helps food, and we've completed one of our libraries. Does that make a visible difference yet, or do we need to see? Nothing visible yet. I think we got to get a few more libraries under our belt to start noticing a difference. It's only like a, what is it, 5% improvement per pop. So what we're going to do is get this force onto land. We're going to get up to the border and then make our first move against this province here, Crisantina. So let's bring the armed forces up to the borders. And no longer are they seasick. This is a battle tested. They got the armor buffs. This army's been through its share of battles. They've got a few experience chevrons that shows they've been through some battles. So we're going to let them, since this city is undefended, we're going to let them control that battle. We're going to keep this army here for the time being. I don't think we can move them out comfortably yet, because right now if we move them out, that takes away -22, possibly more with characters that are there, and we're only +16, so that gives us -8 or more that would hit that city. So we'll wait for some of these trailing crusading armies to get over there before we get some more armies on the move in North Africa. And they move noticeably slower now that they aren't on their way to get on a crusade. They're kind of a little leisurely now, like a leisurely Mediterranean cruise is what's happening here now. I can think of worse things to partake in, but that's not what we need. We need them to hurry the heck up so we can control North Africa and complete our conquest. We do have some minor characters out here that we can get on the move. Edward needs to keep his eyes open, and the one assassin or whoever was down here near him moved back up to the Iberian Peninsula. Edmund, we're going to keep him on the move over here. I don't know. I guess we've kind of covered the coastal regions, so let's head back up north. Maybe we can find some territories along the coast up here that want to trade with us. We'll head in this direction before we head north.
Is there nothing else? I could do more.
Well, we'll have you do more right there. There we go. Then we got Hubert, who is keeping his eyes on Seville and Granada for us. I don't see a lot of there's one finally. I was going to say I don't see a lot of Alamad Caliphate armies per se. I've seen a lot of agents, but not a lot of armies. But they still do have some armies. So there you go. And then Edmund was not Edmund. Arthur was, I believe, injured. So he has come back here to head down and be our eyes again, and hopefully not get injured too quickly this next time.
Swift and silent.
And then we have our priests to get moving down to North Africa to help in our conversions down there, to hopefully allow us little by little to keep our armies moving quicker and quicker as we convert the populace.
Ready for battle. Ready for orders.
Yeah, we'll keep you in Nottingham. And if we should need, you know, we do have in our midst, in our family, we have some unassigned individuals, namely Ralph, and his loyalty is drifting already. Now, he does not have, I wonder if there's some ways I can gain him some influence in the short term. Let's look at his character. Oh, yeah, there's got to be something we can do. We're going to give him whatever we can at this point on his household to help our research rate, so why not do that? And then here, hopefully we have something personal influence. We at least have the heraldic heater shield, and that's about the only one that helps his influence, so we'll give him that. We got to get him up to the point where we can get him married, and also get him up to the point where we can maybe start going for some offices to hold. And if we... we'll just have to keep an eye on his loyalty. It's sad to see a family member with such low loyalty. But with such a large family, I guess it's impossible to have everybody happy, eh? All our cities are in the right direction here. We have a few funds to spend. Let's take a quick look, because to build some of those libraries, we got to have food in good shape. And let's take a look here in France. What are we doing in France? Well, we do have the schools upgrading here. It's going to hurt our food consumption some more, which is -5 right now. So we're going to have to come up with other opportunities to improve our food. Manorial estates would be another way to do that, but we need funds for that. And we're very close to growing again here in Paris. So once that happens... Oh, actually, we have the slot available already. I'm glad I clicked on that. Once each time I load the game, you got to click on that little increase slots to get up to the 10 slots that the mod has adjusted to for buildings. So we can afford... Now, our sanitation is not great. But at the first level of fields, which will get us food, will not impact public order or sanitation. So we'll go ahead and get some fields here to help our food situation there. Lyon is also food starved, and we are in a position where we should be able to start some fields here. Well, they've done some growth. Look at it, even after building the fields, we have the ability to grow some more. Sanitation is not amazing right now, so maybe what we got to do in the meantime is see if we can afford a leprosarium, and we can. And the two worst food situations, okay, I take that back, there's a couple more to go, are being addressed right now, and we'll continue on that so we can then continue our expansion with schools also to speed up our research rate. And that should be it for this turn. We're going to go ahead and take our next turn and get ready to make our first investment in North Africa, besides Tunis, that is, as we move towards the Iberian Peninsula. So we'll see you on the other side. Oh, we have an unassigned skill that we have not assigned. So let's take a look at Adam. How did I miss that one? I don't recall seeing. Oh, there we go. Arthur is ready for duty. There it is. Rank gained Adam. I hadn't finished scrolling down here enough. So let's go take a look at Adam. He is in Montpellier. He is our should be our governor there. So public order is amazing. Squalor's not so amazing, but we do have a physician already here. And we really would be in our best interest to improve squalor here. So it might be one of the religious buildings that helps with squalor would be an option here in Montpellier. But anyway, we're here to promote, not talk about that. And since everything's in order at the moment, we're going to go totally for the tax rate to give a boost in that province. Now we are ready for the next turn.
I respectfully request that we cooperate fully in opposing our many enemies and rivals.
Nope.
We are not a friend for the new moon and an enemy in the old. Come, can we not help each other openly?
No, we cannot, because I'm definitely not going to pay you for the honor of a defensive alliance. And we have a new son. Henry and Constance have given birth to Eric. Thomas and Philippa have given birth to William. A bunch of, we're on a roll with legitimate children here. That's good. And we continue, wow, we continue with population surpluses galore. A trade agreement has been dissolved, and I'm assuming that perhaps this location does not exist under their control anymore. So something like that, I'm sure, has happened. We had some households pass away, and one had to do with the improved tax rate on Mark. That must be in London, I'm assuming. Let's see if that is true. Do we have someone we can replace him with? Public order, but not taxes. And public order really isn't a huge need for us right here. But we'll take it anyway. It is London. We want to keep things in order there. So we'll give him an executioner until something better appears. And we lost a shield bearer. So we'll take a look at Ralph.
Commander?
Ah, that's Ralph here. Okay. Let's see if we can replace your shield bearer. Your army's integrity is not good, so we're going to give you a cook to help that out. And we've got a lot more food buildings built, so that's all good. The food shortages have ended in Lyon and France, in Paris. And we gained a court musician, so that also helps with public order, but that's not a huge concern at the moment. And we got some more ranks that have been gained. So let's take a look at John over in Bordeaux. John of Wavering Loyalty. Now we're looking at great public order. We're looking at mediocre sanitation. So we got to be careful about growing sanitation until we're able to upgrade to a clinic, which we haven't researched yet. So this also may be prime for the church building that helps us with sanitation, but not yet. So we can't get rid, unfortunately, of the ostrich feathers. He really has some big time influence that is a pain in the butt for his loyalty, which is back down to 3. Since we could potentially be doing some building here in the future, we're going to go ahead And we are going to go with builder. Now, actually, if we did this, now we'd have to do, to get him down to legend. I'm not interested in making him a legend. He's not loyal enough. So we're going to just do the builder perk here. And we have one more promotion, and that is Stephen. Now, is Stephen a governor down here? Yes, he is. And so the best thing I can think of here, we've increased his authority to help with public order. We have another opportunity to increase authority and really go for getting that public order turned around fast. And that's what we're going to focus on first. And there we go. Right now we're already plus 20 with all these perks that we currently have. So that's not bad at all. Let's move over here and invest over here in Quisantina. Not familiar with that location and pronunciation, but we are about to invest.
Besieging settlement.
And it gives us a slight edge on the power bar, so we're going to build some ladders, build some battering rams, and see if we can build some more ladders. Yes, we can. We're going to have more ladders than we need, more than likely. And we will maintain our siege till those are built. What do we have against it? The Hushud. They're archers here. We got two versions of archers. Early, both listed as early levels. We have crossbowmen. And then we have the tribesmen holding on as the garrison force. So it's pretty good numbers as far as they are not the strongest of units, but they actually outnumber our force. Interesting.
We take this settlement.
And we're going to keep our crusading armies, our former crusading armies, on the move.
Fleet reporting. Moving out. Our voyage is done.
And let's take a look at our minor characters, keeping an eye over here. And no, we're not seeing anybody but the Commune of Milan. Now, the Commune of Milan, if you recall, the last episode of the one before was heavily invested in Algiers, and then they broke that investment. Then I saw them pillaging over here, so apparently now they've moved that army, and it's on the road over towards where we would like to go. So hopefully they don't take anything over that we're going to have to contest with them.
Salutations.
We'll continue our trek
I am with you.
kind of northward. We'll stick to the road since it's unknown territory.
Heaven be praised.
And we're going to keep you. You have a nice view of what we're looking for there. In fact, we could probably even move you a little farther north and maybe pick up view of anything else and maintain what we see where we are. I don't know.
As you command.
Can't quite see over there, so we'll keep you there for now, and we're going to continue to get Arthur moving back south now that he's feeling a little better.
Can I assist you further?
And our priests, they're going to be in range, I think, next turn to start helping us out down here at last. It's been a long trek for these guys. We have a few funds to mess with. We're going to go take a look at our food challenged locales in Sussex. We're really kind of limited. In fact, we're going to be even more food challenged once the metropolis builds. We're negative 20. Yeah, so we need growth in Sussex. There's really not a lot we're going to be able to do about the food at the moment. We don't have the technology to improve to the cowshed. Let's see what Switzerland looks like. Switzerland, it looks like we'll have some options. We have a cattle herd already. We're already at negative 10 food with the buildings we have here with a cattle herd. Part of that is the militia quarters consumes food, but we do like what it does for public order. But you know what? It's something we could convert or dismantle a little bit to help our food consumption. So we're going to try to dismantle because we aren't feeling threatened over here right now anyway. So let's dismantle to the next level. And it wouldn't hurt to get a sanitation building built over here, so we're going to do that if we do any growth down the road. Let's see, Montpellier, we need food here. Are we able to do it? We also have food issues and sanitation issues that we got to worry about. And I don't know how fast or how far we've been growing. So let's see about this now. Yeah, we only have one or the other right now. And since our squalor is so up in the air, same with food. Let's get our squalor under control first if we can. Oh, we already have that building chain done. So the only other way to address squalor is through the Catholic chapel, and the correct priority up from there. And we're down. We can barely afford that. Look at that. We're down to 1 coin, 1 coin in the treasury. So I think that effectively ends our turn. In our travels, have we found any new trade partners? That yes, we have, potentially. Let's go check them out. The Grand Knyazate, how do you pronounce that word? Knyazate, we'll say it that way, of Chernigov. Let's see how you are looking. And we'll go look at Mstislav and see what he's thinking.
In the name of the state, welcome. Speak as a friend or as an enemy, but do so with honesty.
And we have a high chance for a treaty here. Let's see if we can get a little cash out of this, even with 300, even with 1,300, maybe not, but we're going to try it. And he rejected 1,300. So we're going to go to a lower amount from that. We're going to try 900. This time he went for it.
We will surely mark this agreement with games and possibly an extra public dole. Ah, the plebeians will grow fat.
Now let's just double check to make sure there's anybody else that doesn't hate us that might want trade. That's about it for now. So at least we found a little source to replace the income that we lost recently. And I think that's it as far as this turn is concerned. So let's take our next turn. We'll see you on the other side.
As long as our strength remains, we would be honored to count you as friends and more.
No, thank you. You're a little too active floating around here. I don't trust who you would declare war against and drag me into it. So, the answer is no.
We are a proud people and would be proud to count you among our friends.
Well, the only reason I'm thinking about this one is because of the payment they threw in there. And I'm not feeling like anybody or anywhere near them is going to declare war on them, so we will actually go ahead with this particular defensive alliance.
Surely, my noble friend, you can see the wisdom in giving a small subsidy to our coffers.
and this negotiation, unlike the other one, is not going to be accepted because I will not pay for such a pleasure of a defensive alliance.
I am certain that with your famed wisdom, you can see that we benefit from your friendship, and you from ours.
No thank you, Mr. No thank you, Thomas.
In our people's name, I ask, with all due deference to your dignity, that our legions be allowed to cross your lands.
Yeah, and I'm really good right now at saying no. It looks like nay, yet, no. Yeah, get out of here. 9. Whatever other words I'm not thinking of off the top of my head, the answer is still the same.
Very well. The empty cup is a sad cup, but sometimes no one will pay the tavern bill. I am certain that with your famed wisdom, you can see that we benefit from your friendship, and you from ours.
And my wisdom says no.
We always remember with honor those we consider to be friends. Do you not wish to be counted in that number?
Interesting now, the Holy Roman Empire is based down here, apparently. So the answer's still the same, though. And we have our military investment, which we know about, which hopefully we can end this turn. Population surpluses continue to roll in. There's our alliance I actually accepted for a change. We completed another school. Leprosarium. We've downgraded the militia quarters. We've gained a trait of respectful from Humphrey. A religious influence has increased for him. And we gained some more household. Anybody interesting? Anybody good? We got a house cat. If I look around and want to improve some sanitation, we got to remember that. And for public order, we picked up an executioner. And we got a bunch of ranks. So before we start this battle, let's take a look at our ranks. Paris is in good order. Yeah, I'm interested in upping the tax rate in Paris if we have that option available. No, we've upped the tax rate about as far as we can get it. Now we do have some more building that will take place down here, so we're gonna... Oh wait, now he is not. Robert. There's the governor, so somehow I didn't click on it properly. And so we do have some more tax rate to improve. We have cunning, which doesn't help tax rate. Your influence is just fine, I do believe. And we do a fair amount of building in Paris, so we will go for some construction cost lowering. Now we have Thomas in Nottingham. And sanitation is a +3. Public order is amazing. And we're going all out on tax rate that we can. And we'll help with the building costs there. And finally, Humphrey. Over in Colchester, let's take a look here. We've got good sanitation, good public order. How is our tax rate? Because we want to increase that port. In fact, we want to build that port. So let's help with those costs by doing that. And there we go. Time to take a look at our military investment down in North Africa and see what this brings.
Hear us, Lord!
Yes.
Besieging settlement!
It's still even higher in our favor, probably because we now have the siege equipment available. So we're going to go ahead and take care of this battle. We'll see you down on the battlefield. Yeah, we're going to hold off, wait for the rain to end, hopefully. And we got ourselves a dry condition for a battle. So let's take a look at the city and see if we've been able to. So this whole side of the city is unapproachable. So let's see, did I see some towers down on this side? Yeah, so we have a small, yeah, and we can't come up against this section of the wall, so we have a small gap over on this side with which to attack. Everywhere else, yeah, the towers are full and strong. So we're going to be setting up over on this side. And it's not far from the city. Do we have some potential barricade locations? Yes, right smack dab in front of us. Is there going to be much of a way to get around them? Well, I know we can get up here, but my question is, can we get around and down from over here? Not really, unless we can come through this way. I don't know if that terrain is passable. That's the only chance to get around the barricades. Otherwise, we may have some barricades that we're going to have to fight through, and they do have, unfortunately, a lot of archery units, both crossbow and archers. So this could provide a little more challenge if these barricades, now the question will become, will they be able to build all the barricades that we're seeing here, or those are the only possible locations where they could be? We never know for sure until the battle starts. But let's get all our armies set up. We'll be right back when that's done. Okay, the setup on this side is pretty normal from what we're used to seeing. We got some heavy troops to take up the battering ram, which the gatehouse is well damaged already from our investment, so it shouldn't take much to bash through. We also have catapults on this side. We'll see if any appear on their possible locations for catapults. We don't know yet. And we got our archers up near the front if that's the case, so we're going to flame shot them to get rid of that catapult as quickly as possible. And as usual, some of our best troops, the cavalry, are in reserve until we bust through. We've got all the billmen on the left who'll be coming on this side of the wall, and we got all our heavy troops going up on the wall on this side. And that's how it is. Let's start by getting our archers highlighted to move forward first and be ready in case there's a catapult to deal with. And let's start this battle. And we have no catapults, so we're just going to move them forward. We're going to get them on the regular shot, which I thought of at the last minute here. We're going to get our battering ram going to get our cavalry available into this battle and bring the ladders forward. So everyone is on the move. We got to see where we think we might need. Okay, the barricade is right there, and there is no barricade on this side, at least right there. So we're going to have to see if we can make it through. It looks like there's a meandering path down through there. So that's going to be where we're going to have to take everybody, provided they don't bottleneck it up too much. We're going to take some explosive round with the catapult and see if we can't send it over the walls. And we are going to take, right now, our archers and try to return and lower their ability to shoot against us. 2 on each unit to kind of outnumber them, hopefully. And we'll leave the catapult. The crossbowmen are going to be climbing the walls. We may have to deal with them also. And the catapult has lost its target. It's gone out of sight. So we'll put the catapult maybe on the crossbowmen as long as they keep visible. And we are not in range at this point, so they're going to be moving forward. And actually on the catapult we have those spearmen back in sight. A lot of light archer units to fight through. So with our heavier troops we should be able to handle that. The one cavalry unit they have over here is on the side with our heavy infantry, so that's not ideal. Our billmen are going to have to fight through on this end. Catapults at least are in range now to be able to fire, it would appear, except they're kind of not really aimed the way they need to be. So something about the AI and catapults is not ideal in this mod, I've noticed. A lot of babysitting required for the catapults, it would appear. And our first unit has made the walls, so we're going to see what kind of damage these crossbowmen can do to the billmen as they climb the walls. They have a high quantity of troops, so we have to hope that they are not going to be the highest quality of troops. We're going to come right down into the midst, shooting or charging in. Whoops, not the right one. Charging into their units there. As far as this archers on this side, we're going to focus on the spearmen over here. And the billmen are going to come down against their spearmen. These billmen are going to take on, if we can, these archers, and then we're going to come over here from this angle with our other billmen. And we seem to be at the moment unopposed with our heavy swords. The archers on this side, I think we want to work on lightening the barricades. In fact, our catapults are firing too near where we are. I would like our catapults to fire perhaps farther back so we don't risk getting shot ourselves and damaged ourselves. The cavalry has matched up, but it's a light skirmisher cavalry, so hopefully our swordsmen, not archers, but hopefully our swordsmen will match up okay with that. Our billmen are hanging tough so far. And these swordsmen, I wanna knock out this pocket of existence over here. We're faltering against the spearmen because of the quantity. Yeah, we just lost our swordsmen there. We're gonna count on the gates going down so we can get our cavalry in against this mass of archer kind of units. So we may have a path over here to go around the barricade is what it's looking like. The way they're pathing around, we can avoid these barricades after all. Not much of a bottleneck because those are not the type of troops built to hold on to a wall section like that. We're gonna get ourselves thinner and start focusing over here. In fact, the only units really that can hold any kind of resistance against us. And this looks like their general unit is a spear kind of unit. And we appear to be through the gates. No, not quite. We'll take our swordsmen out to regroup. The billmen will go against here along with our heavy swords against their general. And these swords are trying to hold the crossbowmen and deal with the crossbowmen. Not getting a good read that we're doing that well, so we need to bring some more troops into this fray. We have more billmen in reserve to bring over. The billmen are not really built to hold up to a lot of that archer kind of units, so we're going to bring them over here. These swordsmen have freed up to go against their general, because he's hanging tough and fighting tough against And the gates are down. We'll send these swordsmen in. And we will bring in the cavalry. Because the ideal units that they can do massive damage against are all in a line right here. And we've taken out the general, it looks like. So we're going to continue our move towards the city center to take that as a statement after beating the general. And now our cavalry should be the final blow on their units as they rush through the gates. Swordsmen trying to clear the way for them. Let's go, cavalry. We're waiting on you. We're waiting on you. I think what we will do is stop the catapults so we don't take friendly fire on our cavalry. See if they can continue a push right on through.
The enemy are losing their advantage.
And the general has come back to fight another day, so let's move against him. He has rallied his forces. We'll bring our swordsmen over here against the skirmishers to try and push back that way to free up our cavalry to get around the corner and go against these archers. And the wavering is happening. The swordsmen did their job here. And we have victory.
Your victory is moments away.
All right, so we have a decisive victory here. We lost 704 to their 2,620. And we are going to occupy.
Ready for orders. At your command.
And there we go. And we have our priests ready to move on in. But what I'm going to do at this point, we are going to wrap it up at this point with this battle conclusion and pick it up again next episode. This is ZigZagZog signing off from somewhere in this world. Hope you enjoyed the episode and starting to see our advance again after the crusade. If you have any other comments, feel free to make any notes or feedback for me down in the comments. And thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope to see you next time.